Everyone, I am Sajida from CSC department in SRIT College. Today I will explain topic de Broglie hypothesis. De Broglie hypothesis. Introduction to de Broglie's. De Broglie hypothesis was proposed by the Louis de Broglie in 1924. It introduced the concept of the particle duality, starting at particles can exhibit wave-like behavior. This theory fundamentally changed the understanding of quantum mechanisms of particle physics. Historical context. The early 20th century was a time of physics marked by the discovery in the quantum theory. Prior to the de Broglie's, light was already understood to have both wave and particle properties. De Broglie was aimed to extend this duality concept to matter, particularly electrons. Wave-particle duality. Wave-particle duality suggested that all particles, including electrons, can behave as both wave and the particle. This concept challenges traditional classification physics, where object wave distance catalogsis. De Broglie hypothesis the groundwork for the later development in the quantum mechanisms. De Broglie equation. De Broglie equation particles momentum to its wavelength throughout the formula pi equals to h by p. In this equation, pi represents the wavelength, h is Planck's constant, and p is the momentum of the particle. This equation analyzes the interactive connecting between the wave properties and the particle behaves. Experimental evidence. The wave natural particles was later confirmed through the experimental, such as electron difference. Experimental demonstrated that electrons can create interference pattern the light waves. Such finding provides compelling supporting for the de Broglie hypothesis and the concepts of the wave-particle duality. Implementation for the quantum mechanism. De Broglie hypothesis significantly influenced the development of quantum mechanism and wave function. The encouraged exploitations of the probabilized nature of the particles as described by the quantum theory. This shift is represented the fundamental of the equations fundamental components of the quantum mechanisms. Applications in modern physics. De Broglie principles are the crucial fields such as quantum computing and nanotechnological. Understanding wave-particle duality helps in the development of advantageous material and electron devices. The hypothesis also plays role in the explaining phenomena like superconductivity and quantum tunnels. Philosophical implications. De Broglie hypothesis raises questions about the nature of reality and the behavior of the matter at a fundamental level. The challenges classical determination of the introducing elements of the uncertainty of probability. This philosophical distribution contains to the changes philosophical of science. Criticism and limitation. While de Broglie hypothesis faced and limitations in its initial accepts, some critical that wave behaves could not fully explain all particles' interaction. However, subtracting advanced the quantum mechanism have already valid and expanded upon his ideas. Criticism and limitations. While evolution, de Broglie hypothesis faced and limitations in its natural acceptance. Some critical agreement that wave behaves would not fully explain the particle inference. However, the substances advancement in the quantum mechanism have largely validated and expanded upon in his ideas. Thank you.